Hi, healers. I've got something here about relationships and relationships again. The good from the bad relationships, meaning take the good from the bad relationships. There's always something good that you can learn. Experience may be the best remedy to repel painful relationships in our lives. You can prepare for some instances that may cause problems in the near future and learn from your past relationships. Unfortunately, there are occasions in life when you will trust the wrong person and become an innocent victim, misled by lies and inconsistencies. And be careful not to misplace the blame and cause self blame. It's impossible to not be victimized in life. Don't blame yourself. We can heal our pain with understanding over time. Learning from our broken relationships will put us in a place of receiving healthy relationships in the future. This will work differently with every individual you may relate to. There isn't a rule of thumb or a quick fix. It isn't possible to completely preserve yourself from future or past pain. What you can do is prepare for some instances that may cause problems in the future and learn from your past relationships. Expressing self compassion and confirming instincts your gut has been telling you all along. Always confirm with yourself, check in with yourself, right? Remember, you'll be reflecting and using all those great amounts of wisdom stored from past relationships, good and bad. It is true with most relationships that what you've known to be true of someone in the past will most likely return true in the future. Thankfully, your gut will help you recollect. Just trust yourself. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score, and your body really does know when it's been harmed or traumatized, and you will get some kind of a warning signal to help you remember. And that'll be that feeling you get in your gut or that intuition letting you know, like, I think I've been here before, maybe some kind of deja vu. You may liken acquaintances to books, being careful not to judge by the cover. People tend to put their best foot forward and appear appealing upon first impression. But if you remember this is their cover and there is much more than meets the eye, you will be preparing yourself for most outcomes. The most important thing you can learn is to self validate and trust yourself. This is healing when you trust yourself, learning to trust yourself with all your medical decisions and your relationships will heal you and eventually make you more confident making the decisions you need to make to heal. When we are dealing with relationships of acquaintances that make us uncomfortable or bring us pain, we should ask ourselves, how can I become more comfortable or release this pain? We usually have an indication of what is causing us discomfort. Sometimes we need to remove ourselves from a situation, remove ourselves from an environment, or um, just switch something up, do some kind of change. Then we get a better feel and we can observe closely from a further distance or in a different scenario before we make a decision, but at least we can validate we are working toward making some kind of decision, allowing our bodies to understand that we're working to help ourselves out so that we can trust the process of discovering what's going on around us and who we're dealing with and how we should approach the situation. Your self validation is all that's required. You know, and that is enough. Don't ask any questions that will lead you to not trust yourself because finding the good out of the bad relationship is going to take you trusting yourself to understand what was good and what you learned from the relationship. If you don't trust yourself and understand the situation and validate what you were feeling, you won't be able to take anything with you from that scenario. When we are faced with unwanted circumstances in our life, a question we ask ourselves is, how or why did I get to this place? What could I have done differently? Is this a comfortable situation? Only you can answer these questions. Just take your time and ponder your position and discomfort. So you want to get the feeling of understanding your situation and knowing why you're uncomfortable. You want to get used to that, or at least understanding that you are uncomfortable so that you can get to the root of why. There is no way of knowing exactly what another person is about or their intent. Even if they tell you what their intent is, that doesn't necessarily mean that's their intent. A lot of times they're telling you what they want, they think you want to hear. So what they're trying to do is get a feel for what you do want to hear. And that's only unhealthy. People who aren't, they're not authentic, right? They're coming because they're unhealthy. They're coming towards you for an unhealthy reason. And so what you want to do is get to the bottom of, okay, what does this person, you know, what is their goal? Are we on the same page? And you should ask yourself with all relationships. In all unhealthy relationships, there was a time when pain entered the relationship. You may have brushed it off as folly, but over time that proved to be true or not. Consistent pain in relationship is unhealthy and not mistaken. You are either in an unhealthy relationship or not. The gut knows, and so basically it's like you're investigating each relationship that you're in right now just to see if it's positively affecting your health or negatively. Because relationships should build you up and not tear you down. Okay. Have a great night.